Welcome to Token Topics. Stellar XLM and XRP are the main topics of the video. Stellar and Ripple both receive awards at the Digital Currency Conference in Mexico. We will look into that. Also, the blockchain race is ongoing and the US has been warned to get in gear or get left behind. And actor Idris Elba and Denell Dixon commercial, the new Meridian event coming later this year. And Ripple Chief Technology Officer states that the new CBDC platform reinforces XRP's use case, which is bullish for XRP. If you're an XLM or XRP fan, you don't want to miss this video. Please do subscribe if you enjoy the content. And remember, I'm not sponsored by Stellar or Ripple.
I'm Idris Elba, and I've got a big announcement. I'm going to be at this year's Meridian in Madrid. Ain't that right, Denell?
No hay libros en la biblioteca.
Bueno, I think Danelle's busy. Question is, will I see you there?
The clip that you just saw, that was Idris Elba alongside Denell Dixon, the CEO of the Stellar Development Foundation. So a big event is upcoming. Stellar sets sight on billion-dollar market potential with upcoming conference in the future market. The annual Stellar Development Foundation's conference, dubbed Meridian, is coming this September, with one of the key guests of honor is Idris Elba. The article continues, the Stellar Development Foundation's annual conference, known as Meridian, is scheduled to hold in Madrid, Spain, from September 26th to the 28th. The theme of this year's conference is Unlocking Human Potential, and it is centered around bringing together several stakeholders from the decentralized finance ecosystem and traditional finance niche to discover innovative ways to upscale the industry. These stakeholders include developers, founders, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and other leaders who would talk about unlocking access in innovative ways through blockchain technology, by extension empowering people to meet their potential in real, tangible ways. Meridian 2023 marks the 5th edition of the conference. SDF would have honor of having actor, filmmaker, and United Nations Goodwill Ambassador Idris Elba in attendance. The actor claimed that he had been an entrepreneur from a young age who grabbed opportunity because, according to him, opportunity equaled freedom. As a result, he noted he is really interested in what's happening on the Stellar Network and joining the discussion at Meridian to talk about how to create opportunities that help people reach their potential. It's about freedom, that sort of ability and agility to move about, and I believe that it's important. It states here that apart from the actor, there's going to be about 100 other speakers as well. Kamlesh Neguer has taken notice of Stellar as he's a TEDx speaker. He's also co-chair at Hyperledger India. The DLT landscape starts with the compute infrastructure layer at the bottom and goes on to distributed ledgers, technology intersections, interoperability, smart contracts, and tokenization application tooling and integrations. It also features the multi-party application layer at the top. On the two sides, you'll find platforms, standards, and services. These are key layers and pillars that either represent critical technology components or provide key tools to drive the adoption of DLTs. As you can see right there, they're given Stellar as an example of a permissionless blockchain. And the winner is Stellar Aid Assist, recognized for the best innovation in digital currency category at the Digital Currency Conference 2023 Awards. Congratulations to Stellar and all those who have worked on this hard project. Together with a great team, they were able to get it done and recognized by the world. The U.S. is behind and they need to get their butt in gear. According to a U.S. crypto lobby group, blockchain arms race risks being won by adversarial nations. A blockchain lobbying group backed by the likes of Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Circle, and Fidelity has urged the United States Congress to pass legal framework for digital assets or risk falling behind other nations. On May 19th, the U.S. Chamber of Digital Commerce sent a call to action to Congress and Senate to prioritize passing a national approach to crypto regulation. The organization added that it requests that Congress organize a digital asset and blockchain technology solarium commission to develop a national strategic approach to digital assets and blockchain technology in the U.S. On a similar note, the organization mentioned potential BRICS digital currency and other developments regarding gold-backed digital currencies by Russia and Iran. The brief concluded that regulatory and legal opacity in the U.S. is hampering the nation's ability to lead and take advantage of this innovation revolution. The Chamber of Digital Commerce is an American advocacy group founded in 2014 that promotes emerging technologies in the blockchain sector. On May 19th, the group backed Senator Tom Emmer for introducing the Securities Clarity Act, which aims to provide much-needed regulatory clarity for the crypto asset and blockchain industry in the U.S.
Boring here from the Chamber of Digital Commerce. Today, we are excited to see the reintroduction of the Securities Clarity Act by U.S. Representative Tom Emmer. This bill would bring the much needed regulatory clarity to our industry at a time when it is truly needed. We are calling on all members of Congress to support the Securities Clarity Act to make sure people and businesses can invest, develop, innovate, and operate digital asset businesses here in the United States without the threat of enforcement constantly hanging over their heads. Support the Securities Clarity Act to ensure the United States can maintain its leadership role in the blockchain ecosystem globally.
Now on to XRP and Ripple. Stellar is not the only one winning awards, and in fact, Ripple won 2. Ripple wins 2 honors at the 2023 Digital Currency Awards. The awards recognize Ripple as a leading company in terms of sustainability initiatives and acknowledge James Wallace's leadership and contributions. Mary Hall from Ripple tweeted out, "Ripple is a proud winner of 2 awards at the Digital Currency Awards sponsored by Currency Research, and the DCC Oscars go to James Wallace for Digital Currency Leader of the Year and Ripple's CBDC team for Best Sustainability Award for Digital Currency." Now onto the topic of the new CBDC platform. There's a lot of people stating this has nothing to do with XRP. There's people even insulting other people. I couldn't understand it. The fact is that it is important to XRP, and in fact, David Schwartz chimes in. The new CBDC platform is beneficial to XRP. You still need a bridge asset. When sending CBDCs cross borders, they don't magically convert into a different CBDC. It needs XRP to bridge. XRP was designed for cross borders. Although they could use any set of asset of their choice, XRP being their native asset, the native currency to XRP ledger, would make practical sense, and most likely their first choice. The article states David Schwartz, the Chief Technology Officer at Ripple and one of the architects of the XRP ledger, shared his perspective on the matter. He emphasized the significance of XRP ledger, stating that the new platform reinforces its importance. So it actually reinforced the importance of XRP. It's not against XRP. It continues, as it is constructed using the same fundamental ledger technology. Moreover, Schwartz highlighted the innovation's ability to seamlessly interact with XRP ledger and utilize XRP as a bridge currency for cross-currency and cross-border payments. But during the discussion, a community member raised an important question, inquiring of Schwartz whether the platform would indeed utilize XRP as a bridge currency. In response, Ripple's Chief Technology Officer acknowledged the challenge of predicting the choices made by others. However, he stressed that their primary objective is to eliminate technical barriers and facilitate user-friendly products. Schwartz expressed his reluctance to recommend development of products that require the compulsory usage of XRP unless they are XRP ledger-specific featured. Let me put it into simple terms. What he's stressing is the fact that it is native to the ledger, so most likely it would be their first choice unless there are specific directions where they have to use another asset. Ripple receives a new board of directors. Warren Jensen. Warren's expertise and leadership experience in today's most iconic companies will be invaluable as Ripple continues to be a responsible global leader in the enterprise blockchain and cryptocurrency space. Now, I'd like to play this clip where Tulsi Gabbard from Bitcoin Miami states the dangers of central bank digital currencies. I've stated the pros and cons on this channel for a while now. I'm not a fan at the fact that they can turn our money on and off at will, and that they can surveillance us. When I invested into XRP and these other digital assets, I invested into an instrument that could transfer value across borders. The fact is that we are not invested into CBDCs. We don't hold CBDCs. This technology is a solution and existed before CBDCs. Now, I do believe that it is inevitable. I believe that the world is going in that direction, but we need to have like a bill of digital civil rights. We do. But after I play this clip, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below.
The Biden administration's move towards implementing a central bank digital currency is their latest effort towards exerting control and taking away our freedom. No matter how many flowery words they use to deny that there is ill intent or that they will invade our privacy or try to control how we spend our money, no matter how many times they say, hey, this is for your own good. How many times have we heard that before? Too many. And it's usually followed by something really bad. They're telling us this is for your own good. This is to make your life easier. This is going to make things more convenient for you. But ultimately, we know this is about their insatiable desire and mission for total control. They want to be able to surveil every aspect of our lives, to be able to take note of every purchase that we make, small or large. And in doing so, by having this power, they say they would never use it, but they would have the power to be able to control what we buy, how much of it, what we are not allowed to buy, or ultimately freezing our accounts. The fact that we are so limited already in our ability to use cash is evidence of where this path leads. The fact that we are seeing what's happening in Europe with France and Italy, you spend over 1,000 euro in France, you are suspect and possibly could be investigated. It's not an imagination about where this road heads. Once we give up our economic autonomy, we give up our freedom. Once we allow someone else to control our wallet, they control our freedom. And that's why when you look at any conversation in Washington around Bitcoin, the first thing you recognize is most of them don't even know what they're talking about. Bitcoin is a word, people use it, what does it mean? Nobody really knows. But they know enough to know that they shouldn't like it because it will undermine their ability to control us. And that's why we're seeing the opposition that we see. So as much as they claim often to care for the downtrodden, to care for those who are living in oppressed countries, those who are economically oppressed, those who are minorities without the opportunities that many others have, and therefore you would think they would be interested in how Bitcoin is transforming the lives of people around the world, but they don't actually care about people. Their desire for power and control trumps everything else, which is why they are leaning so hard into implementing more and more authoritarian style policies.
I believe the audience needs to hear both sides of the story. Please put your thoughts and opinions down below. Well, everyone, that's all I have for the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please subscribe so you can stay up to date. Thanks for watching Token Topics.